Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be continuing on from our last episode where we landed on the planet. We got some stuff automated, specifically solid biofuel, limestone, iron, copper, and we're going to continue. Hopefully today we're going to get parts assembly done, the space elevator built, and maybe we'll see if we can get coal power. That's a maybe. We'll see. Alrighty, so first thing we need, let's start with parts assembly. We're going to get the parts that we need. The screws we're going to have to manually make, but that's okay. And we'll go over here, we'll grab some of these. And we will continue on. Oh, cable. Gotta grab cable, which we have automated. That's wire. Cable's over here. Alright, let us start putting this into here. Okay, now we're going to get some screws built here. Like I said in the last video, this game in the early going is kind of slow, but as you'll see, once we get a little more tech, you'll see a lot less crafting by hand. And the only reason why I'm not automating screws is, to be honest, after the first few upgrades, you really don't use screws in the game. I have another game that I'm playing offline, and I'm up to the point of nuclear power, and I almost never use screws. I have it automated in that game, but it's honestly a waste. Annoyingly, the only thing that really uses screws is the Awesome Shop, which we'll be unlocking that in a little bit here. But we'll get there. And we're not going to have enough iron rods for screws, so we'll have to get more. That's okay. Yep. Alright, get some more iron rods. Over here. Okay. Now we have enough for screws. Knock this out. And we have screws. And we'll send the freighter on its way. Away it goes.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note: humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
And that is one very important thing. All the space elevator parts that you need to feed into it cannot be manually crafted at all. You have to build assembly lines for those. Now, obviously, the parts for the space elevator itself, you can and have to craft by hand. Okay, we're going to get the resource sink next, only because I want the upgrader, the customizer, That's where you can customize all your buildings' paint colors and stuff, because yellow is fine, but not my color. So we will select that. What do we need here? Okay, we need concrete, more rods, more plates, etc. So we'll grab some concrete here. We'll grab cable, even though we really don't need it at the moment, but always good to keep some in your inventory at all times, because you will use it for setting up other production lines. Grab that. We don't have enough. That's okay. It will continue building. And we have enough plates now. Need to wait about 3 minutes. Okay, while that's happening, we're going to need to get some more... Oh no, I got more biomass coming. Okay. How are we actually storing any? No. How are these doing? Okay, these are going to start backing up. I really want to try to get that blue slug here. Do I have something I can build up with? Let me see. Oh, I got ramps. That'll work. Sometimes you need to get creative with how to grab things. And this will become very important in a second. Okay. And now conveniently, since we have this conveyor belt, we can use that as a ramp. Now we should be able to go into the MAM. Actually, you know what? We're going to cut down that tree. Come on. There. Got rid of that tree just because it's in the way. No other reason than that. Okay. This will be for the wood. Wood goes into the box, and then the leaves go into here. Okay. Uh-oh, we ran out of fuel, so we'll stick that in there. These two biomass burners, you cannot automate refueling them, so you have to do them manually. Eventually, this constructor will produce enough to start backing it up into that storage container. The problem is we need to get Mark II belts because it's not running very efficiently. If you look here, it's only running half the time because it's requesting 120 biomass per minute, but the belts we have can only do 60 per minute, so it cannot be efficient. So we will address that here in a minute. Okay. Now we will start putting parts into this. Alright, what do we need here? We need more wire and we need more iron rod. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna go to the MAM and see if I can get the blue power slugs researched to upgrade the buildings. I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, I can. This one you have to do it. Sacrifice. All right. Sorry about that. So that's gonna look a little weird. Apparently I paused the recordings by accident. And so I don't know where we left off. So anyway, we are working on Logistics Mark II. We got the awesome sync done, which means we have the customizer. Ooh, we need to change some things here, make some colors the correct colors because they are not right. Okay. So we're going to hit X for the customizer. We're going to change it to the first slot. And then we're going to edit the slot. We're going to make this bottom one blue as well. Default, we're going to select that color. And then what we're going to do now, what that just did is turn every single one blue. Actually, we're going to make a light adjustment to that. Darker blue. There we go. Now, any buildings that we build in the future are going to be this color by default. Actually, that's more of a purple. I don't want purple. I want more of a blue. Ah, much better. Okay. Need more iron rods. Yet again. And we'll grab more plates. We have 41, so we need 9 more reinforced plates. Once we get enough screws for that, we'll make that. And then we still need 300 iron rods, which we don't have enough for, but... And we need plates, and we need... bunch of stuff. Alright, let's just put in what we got here. Alright, we need rods, we need plates, again. Like I said, we go through a stupid amount of these. It's one of the reasons why you want to get these upgrading or producing as quickly as possible. Because of that reason. Actually... yeah, we kind of need to go on a little adventure. We need to get some power slugs so we can go and do some upgrades. Alright, we actually already are that way. Oh, there's a power slug. You can kind of see it right up there. Especially towards the evening and at night. Yeah, there's another power slug. As you can see, it's very easy to get distracted in this game.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it, does not mean it won't eat you. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
just as a reminder, always remember to dismantle whatever you build, because you will get back all of the resources used for anything you dismantle. It's a 100% return, meaning if it took 10 concrete to make those ramps, you get the 10 concrete back when you go and dismantle it completely, as I just did. All right, we'll grab that. We'll grab that's a bacon oligarchy is what it's called, and then we'll grab some pale berries as well. Above and beyond being edibles that help restore health, you can also use them in the MAM for researching other things that will help you as a pioneer, or help you in the game unlock certain things. I'm looking for that last... Oh, there it is, it's up there. We're not going to be able to grab that one. Just isn't going to happen. Come here, you. Time for you to die. There we are. Now you're dead. There we go. Oh, I missed it. Our first Mercer sphere. Very important in the game.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application.
Okay, we just went around in a giant circle. Over here, there should be, if I remember right, a hard drive. Yes, still collecting leaves as we go. Why? Because we can always... Yep, there it is. This is a crashed freighter pod. They're dotted throughout the... throughout this world. But one of the cool things is that you can pick up free supplies, and there's all of them have supplies around it. Like here's iron rod. I picked up some rotors. There's also some critters defending it, but we'll leave them be. Here's some concrete just sitting on the ground chilling. And that's all free resources we can use. And then over here is a drop pod. We can open it. The coveted hard drive. We'll get to that in a minute.
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for analysis in the MAM, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
Basically, that's a nice way of saying, don't ask why it's here, just go and collect them. Be a good little pioneer and don't ask any questions, just do what we tell you. Well, I'm asking questions. Why are there all these hard drives floating around here? Could it be that Fix-It's not exactly the safest company in the world kind of thing? Who knows? That is a question that we will always have because they do not answer it one iota, and that's okay. Alright, we are going to head back to the hub here, and we're going to do some research in the MAM. on some of the things we found to unlock certain things. Well, not necessarily unlock, but get the research started. There's a bunch of Mercer spheres and in the world, and they unlock a very unique item, which kind of really changes how the game is played, in my opinion. It's something new they added for version 1.0 of Satisfactory. It was not in any of the early updates. They had the Mercer spheres in there, but they were always just work in progress, and they didn't do anything in the game. Ah! Yikes. Stinky rocks. As you can see, they damage your health. Later in the game, we'll be able to unlock gas masks, which will be able to protect yourself from those. Alright. And while we were exploring, our factory was still producing, which is a good thing. What we're going to first do is we're going to go collect plates and collect the rods that we just did. We're going to get rid of the leaves and wood that we acquired. So we're going to move that to there. Or wait, this one is... shit. Alright. We'll just change the recipe. It's quicker. And we'll make this into wood. Okay, we need wood. Where are you? There it is. Wood. And then we'll put that back. Okay. And then we're making biofuel. We will get rid of the Caterium for now. Okay. There's the alien technology. SAM ore, which we don't have, but we'll do the Mercer sphere.
Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific...
Witness our scripture, witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing us a song.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Now, this is a device in the game that really changes the game. It's called Dimensional Depot. What it allows you to do is upload resources to basically a void, but then you're able to instantly access them, and which is really great because you can be in the middle of a building and then all of a sudden, hey, I'm short on iron rods or something. Well, it can pull it from this dimensional depot as you're building, and you have to make less trips back to your base of operations to restock. We need to get SAM ore first, which we don't have currently, but we will. All right, we're going to take that bacon oligarch, and we'll research that.
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Ooh, okay. We're going to grab the yellow power slug that we had. Put that into here. And then we can research this since we got the rotors from that crashed pod.
Research completed. Yellow power slugs are further into their life cycle than blue power slugs, and thus have more potential energy stored. They can now be processed into power shards.
Now, just so you know, the blue ones will give you 1 power shard. The yellow ones that we just had will give you 2, and these purple ones, which we don't have yet, They're a little further along, but they will give you 5 power shards. However, now we won't get into that. But as you can see, we just need 1 power shard, actually, which we can make. We can hand produce these over here. We'll make 1 power shard. And now that will unlock overclocking. If we go back into Power Slugs, we go here. We'll start the research. And we'll have a little bit from Ada.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note, power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially.
Now we have this that unlocked. And in the case of this particular production line, which is for making iron rods, we only need 15 per minute, but we're producing 30. So we can change this down to 15, and you'll see the power, oops, 15, go, the power usage will drop. Now we're, instead of using 4 megawatts, we're using 1.7, and we'll do the same thing for the miner. Drop it down to, we need 30 per minute. And you'll see the power will drop down to 2 megawatts. I believe it was at 4. And the way you figure out how much you need is it tells you right here. 1 iron ore, you need 15 per minute to produce 15 iron ingots. This machine will take 15 iron ingots and produce 15 iron rods. That's how we get our numbers, for those who are wondering. Okay, let's see if there's anything else we can unlock here. No, we have that. Berries. Summer sloops, which we will find some and unlock them. That's nutrients. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to focus. We'll move this into here. We'll move that into here. We'll move that into here. We'll sort all that, sort all this, and then we'll get the hard drive scanning. Yep. Now, hard drives in the game, when you go to unlock them, what they do is they unlock alternate recipes, and they take a while. So we're going to go start this, and then we're going to go do something else because it takes 10 minutes, as you can see. There will be a notification on the screen when that is finished because, oh, that's right, we are working on unlocking Mark II belts. That'll make our a little more efficient, and then we'll work on the space elevator. Okay, we think I have enough plates. Let's see here. We need... Oh, I have enough rods too. Don't have enough plates. Pretty close though. Okay. We'll steal some more ingots, make some plates, and we'll call it a day. Should be enough. And we'll send these on their merry way.
Milestone reached. Fixit would like to remind you of your contractual obligation towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list. Stay efficient. Don't disappoint Fixit.
Okay. We have an unused iron node over in this direction. Actually, I believe we have 2 of them down here. We're going to set up reinforced iron plates. We need to make them because we're going to need more parts for things. And there's another power slug, which we're going to grab. Yeah, one thing in the game is that if you ever see power slugs, grab them anytime you see them, because you can put them into boxes and store them for later. All right. What we are going to do is we are going to set up a miner. First thing we need to do is get rid of the local wildlife. Come back here. And thank you for your contribution. Okay. We need to get reinforced iron plates because eventually we need to start making smart plating. So we have a normal node. Both normal nodes. Where are you? In case you're wondering why it says quick footsteps, is because there is a spider floating around here somewhere. Spiders tend to like to hide in the darker spots, and they're small, but they're quick. Not sure where that critter is. Alright, anyway, miner. We're gonna need a smelter, constructor, miner. Looks like we have everything we need. Cool. Put the miner here. One thing we do need to do is get rid of some of this excessive organic growth. That way, it does two things for us. One, gives us wood and leaves that we can then turn into biofuel. And two, it gets it out of our way as we're building our factory. So we'll put that away. You press H, by the way, to hide anything you have in your hands. It's still physically there, but it just gets it out of the way. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need here is, actually we're going to need some foundations. So let's go into our build menu of Q, and we're actually going to put foundations. Oh, that's right, I don't have that unlocked. Alright, well, no matter. We will put this in and we'll bind this to 0. But we need plates, because we don't have any. We're all out. Just regular good old plates. And this is what I mean when you got to go back to your base to pick up materials that you need. So I'm going to go pick up a bunch of materials, and then, alright. So we switch these around, so we have leaves in the first bin, which we're going to put in, so we can start getting processed, and then we will put wood into the second bin. Oh wait, that's right, we need to upgrade that belt, but we can't do that because we need reinforced iron plates to do that. Now, as you can kind of see, it's kind of annoying in times. I love the game, but sometimes drives you nuts because you got to do A to do B to do C to do D to go back to A. But that's okay. That's why we're going to automate this stuff. That way, and we should be able to grab some biofuel, and we can. We're going to grab all of this because I want to refill these while we're doing other stuff. Okay, that's full. And that is full. Okay. And then we'll keep the rest, the extra 300, well, almost 400 for our chainsaw usage, because we're going to be using it a lot in the early game. And we're going to injure ourselves because, you know, reasons. Anyway, so we're going to go... We're going to start building our foundations. Foundations are great because it keeps everything on a level field. It just makes it easier to build instead of having to deal with the terrain. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to see what do we need here for the assembler. To make reinforced iron plates, the basic recipe, we need 30 iron plates and we need 60 screws. Okay, so this miner is going to put out 60 ore a minute. We need 30 for the iron plates, and then we're going to need the rest for screws. Okay, so we're going to need 3 smelters. And we're going to need some constructors. We'll get rid of those. All right, I'm going to go find this damn spider. This thing's driving me nuts. Come out, Mr. Spider. I want to harvest your body. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to turn that option off. The option right here was enable directional subtitles. Since the enemies are not going to need to attack us anyway, there's no point. Okay. So in this case, we're going to use the maximum possible amount of ore. Okay, so we have iron ingots. We need 30 to make 30. Actually, we only need 2 smelters. We don't need this third one. Because what we're going to do is we're going to set up... Alright, first things first. We need to make a belt here. Then we need to split this belt. We need to move this to here. Okay. And here's what we're going to do with the ore. We're going to make iron ingots. We're going to make plates first. So we need a constructor. It's going to make iron plates. It's going to use 30. It's going to make 20 plates per minute. Okay. Then what we're going to need is another constructor. Actually, we're going to need 2 constructors. Because the screw recipe only makes... Oh, no. We don't need screw. We need iron rod first. Okay, we're going to make 15 iron rod a minute. To make screws, we need 40 a minute. Okay. This is where, as I was saying in the last video, you need to use a little bit of math. Okay, the MAM is done, which means that hard drive has been... See, we need 60 screws per minute. Well, the problem is we're only producing 40, so we actually need 2 of these. So we're going to actually change this recipe to iron rods. We're going to get rid of this assembler. And what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 more constructors. So we're going to make these into screws because we need 60 per minute. Oops, wrong one. Screws. We need a total of 60, so we're going to transfer this down to 20 because 40 and 20 is 60. Okay. So we need 5 rods, so we're going to tone this down to 5 rods. Then we need a total of 5 ingots for that one and 15. So we need a total of 20 iron ingots per minute from this one. So we're going to put this to 20, which is going to slow things down. Actually, what we're going to do also, we'll put the iron rod ore in there. It's fine. We're going to make... Oh, we need plates again. Grab a little more concrete. Again, we're going to grab supplies while we're up here. We need plates. While we're here, we'll check out the MAM. Hard drive scan has been complete.
Hard drive analysis completed. Alternative recipe selection available in the MAM.
Oh, yes. Now you have the option, you can take one of these two recipes, the Caterium wire or the cast screw. And if you want to get more information, you can click on it and it'll tell you, like, the cast screw, you take 5 iron ingot or 12.5 per minute to get 50 screws per minute. You don't have to make iron rods like I was just doing. A very useful thing. The other one is this Caterium wire is very useful. Even though we don't have Caterium unlocked, well, actually we do, but we don't have it, like, we're not actively getting it. This is very useful, especially in some areas where you go to set up a factory and you don't have any copper close, but you have Caterium. Very useful. The other thing too is if you don't like either of the recipes, you can rescan it. Now you'll get 2 new recipes and it will not be these 2. In this case, I'm actually going to take that cast screw recipe because that's going to be very useful very quickly. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to change our production line since we have that new alternate recipe. We can use that right away. Because now I don't need to make, I can get rid of these iron rods. So what we're going to do is we're going to simplify things. We're going to get rid of all these constructors. Now, we have these iron ingots. We're still going to leave this one alone with the iron plates because we need those. Actually, let me make it here. How many plates do we need? I think if I remember, we need 30 plates a minute. We're only doing 20. Yeah, we need 30 plates a minute, so we actually need to overclock this a little bit. But the problem is we don't... Alright, we'll just leave it running inefficiently for now. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to change. We're going to go back to a constructor here, because I should have left one of them. We're going to use this alternate recipe, this cast screw recipe, which gives us, we take 12.5 ingots, we get 50 screws per minute. Now, I keep doing this because I forget what we need exactly. We need 60 screw a minute. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to build another constructor. Normally we'd just be able to go back to the alternate screw recipe. This one we're only going to make 10 screws a minute. That's it. Whoops, nope, 10. 1, 0, enter. Okay. So we need a total of 2.5 there, 12.5, so we need, if you press N, you take 12.5 plus, whoops, nope, 12.5 plus, it was 2.5, and you get a result of 15. So that's how many ingots this needs to make, is 15 ingots to be able to make 60 screws. So it's a much more efficient recipe. So what we'll do is we'll put a belt in, we will add a splitter, or we'll try to, right there. We'll split this over. Okay, now we have our screws made, we have our plates made. Now what we can do, or what we're going to do, is then we're going to put down an assembler. Make reinforced iron plates, and then what we're going to do is this. We're going to move, we'll put a belt to here. Need to add a merger because we need both of those screw production constructors going into one line. And this one only has one input. This is not going to be the most efficient conveyor line because we're not going to be producing enough iron plates. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to build multiple power poles. We're going to link these two together. We're going to put one to there, here, 2, and that should be that maxed out. Yep. One here, one to there, and we're going to need one more power pole. Now we're going to connect the whole lot to here. Ooh, no, we're not. Oh, shit. Okay. There we go. Now we're just waiting for the ore to start. You want to look when you first connect a little factory that you made. Make sure you see either yellow or green on the little light bar. If it's red, it means it has no power or it's not programmed. If it is yellow, it means it's waiting for supplies. If it's green, it means it's actively producing whatever it's set up for. Okay, things are going. We're getting green, 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 which is what we want. Now you notice this one over here just went, it keeps going yellow because it keeps running out of wire. Because this line is only producing 30 wire per minute. It's expecting 60, so that's why it's barely 50% efficient in terms of making wire. Now, if I remember right, yeah, this takes 15 per minute, so if I take and do this, add another constructor to this line, oops, spin it around, put a splitter, put a Mark 1 belt to here, program this to make wire. Then what we need to do is put a merger in, put a belt into here, and if I take what I have in here, split it, put this to the output, it should go in. And it is. Okay. Now all I need to do is give this power, and now it'll start producing more wire, and then that line will become 50% more efficient, just that little bit of extra. And eventually this percentage will reach 100, and it'll actually start producing that 30 cable a minute. Now, as you can see, the amount of cable coming out is starting to increase up the conveyor belt line. The goal is to try to get these lines to be 100% efficient. This line I already know is not going to be, and that's okay. But it is still producing reinforced iron plates, which is what we want. We want more reinforced iron plates. Now, our next goal is going to be building the space elevator and then getting smart plating done. The other thing is going to be to start building, getting more shards here. And then we're going to turn this into protein. What we're going to do is we're going to drop some of this stuff off that we don't really need. Put that away. We don't really need that. We can sort all of this. Take the wood and the leaves and get rid of them out of our inventory. That's leaves. We'll get rid of the wood here out of our inventory. Whoops, wrong box. Right box. Okay. I'm sure pretty soon we're going to have to go on a... Yep, we're going to have to go on a run pretty soon to get more organic material. Little fun fact. Shows you, since the last time you died in your thing. Alright. So, next thing is going to be to build the space elevator. What do we need? We need a bunch of wire, a bunch of iron, a bunch of plate. Got enough concrete though. Okay, that's good. So we're going to go over here. We're going to get a bunch of wire. It's also handy doing a to-do list because you'll see as soon as I grab all this wire that's in here, we went from having 12 to having 1,400 wire. It updates it, it tells you what you need, and then you can kind of see. Get some more iron rod. Actually, this line we can also double because we're only running this at 50% efficiency. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to build another constructor here. We're going to build a splitter. We're going to build a belt over here. We're going to turn this up to 100%, which which means we need 30. We need more iron ore coming out of this unit. Actually, no, that's all we need is 30. What was I doing here? Okay, yeah, I goofed. Okay. We're going to set this to iron rod. We don't have it powered, hence why it's not working. And then we're going to put a merger in. Or not. Okay. We need to redo this real quick, because this needs to be straight on, is what the problem is. Come on. Yeah, see, there's a handy dandy. It's still not straight, but that's okay. The bane of my existence, the curved belt. Alright. What I'm doing here is, back before they had all the holograms and stuff, this is how you used to have to, you had to basically do it by eye. There it is, I just had it. Yeah, see that? Now that's straight on. If I build another belt, this time it's actually straight. And then what we'll do is we'll put a merger in. We'll add this one to it. Now we need power. Alright, let's put another pole. Wait, I have another pole there. No, that pole's also maxed out. Kill that for now. Put that to here, that to here, that to here. And now we're going to be producing double the amount of iron rods that we just were producing. Okay, I have enough iron rods. I need more plates right now. Just with a couple little things like that, we've actually improved our efficiency. Okay, we just need another 100 wire, and we'll have enough, and then we can... Another thing to also check is check on these power poles what your capacity is versus your usage. See, we can produce 130 megawatts, but our consumption's all over the place. Pretty soon, though, we're going to hit a point where we're going to run out of... we're actually going to run out. Alright, we're doing 15. This is producing 30. Again, we can make this more efficient. Build another constructor, because this way we can make more wire quicker. Do the same thing here. We'll just put a splitter in. Mark one belt. And then we'll put a merger in on this side. Put a belt in. Power it. Call it a day. Now, we're going to turn this down. Because this, I believe, is producing 60 units per minute. It is. So we'll change this to 30. And look at the power usage. It'll go from 5 down to 2 megawatts. We just saved 3 megawatts, which in the early game is huge. So while we're here, and we will clear out this organic stuff. Now that little critter right there that's in the center of the screen, we can't kill him yet, but what he'll do is he'll stand up and he'll start farting out gas. That green glass you see over there. But typically when you see these guys, it's usually because there's something nearby. That's usually really good, although I'm not sure if that... Oh, that's not water. That is a massive chasm, which we don't want to go down. Not at this point. However, we will gain some more organic material along the way. And yes, you can chainsaw the leaves, which will help with just collects them a little quicker. Plus, if there's any trees in the area, it will get rid of them. And unfortunately, that's the problem with some of the early games, that you waste a lot of time getting biomass, because keep everything up and running, which kind of stinks sometimes, but it is what it is. Okay. Uh-oh, fart rock. Yeah, we need to unlock a specific item in the MAM under Fabric, in Mycelia, which I have not run across yet. Oh, fiddlesticks. We need to go back up to get to... Alright, we're going to need to build some rampage here because I can't get up here. So we'll build some ramps. Whoops. Let's try that again. Nope, same result. Okay, what the bleep? Okay, we're going to try this again. Are you serious? Okay. Sometimes you literally need to build a ramp to nowhere. And yes, I did see that yellow power slug up there for the eagle eye of those, but again, we cannot, at this point, go up there safely. We could, you could go up there, grab and run, but not going to take the risk. Chances of dying is pretty high, and I really don't want to be bothered at this point. If you hold control and then click on an item, you can move the entire amount from your inventory into, in this case, that particular bin. Alright. We are going to go back down and check on those reinforced iron plates. Ooh, wire. Right. I'm going to grab some of those, and then I want to build that space elevator. Okay, we have enough wire. Oh, we need concrete now. We're short. Doing 60, it only needs 45. We're going to lower this down again, save a little bit of power. Okay, like so. Grab some concrete. Got it. Sorry, headphone users, about the chainsaw being so loud. I'm also wearing headphones, so I feel your pain, at least as I record this. We'll get rid of all this vegetation because I want to build the space elevator, I think, in this area. The only good thing is with this game is that all the buildings are, if you don't like where something is, you can change it. You don't like where something is, no problem. Change it. Down the road, if for some reason, hey, this looks great here, but then you decide later it doesn't. I think that's enough. Oh, fiddlesticks. Now I need more iron plate because I used a bunch when I made the thing. When I made all that foundation. Okay, there, we got enough again. After we build the space elevator, the next thing we're going to end up doing is, all right, let's build the space. I don't think I allocated not even a remotely enough space. Nope. Not even close. Okay. I forgot how big it is. So we'll just need to get rid of some organic material. Fortunately, I'd love to get rid of those rocks that you see, but I cannot do that at this point. There are things later in the game called nobelisks, which can blow up rocks, but at this point in the game, that is not an option, period. All right, now I think, yeah, there we go. You can see this thing takes up a ton of space. In case you're wondering, you just need to get the hell out of my way. Go away. Thank you. Ruining my recording here. I'm rotating it because there's a console I like to have facing me. There it is. Perfect. This takes a lot of resources. I'll watch the animation build in. In case you wonder why I'm looking up, you'll see why in a minute. As the tether from space comes down. And these three arms will latch on to it here in a moment. There it is. And there's the tunnel for the space elevator. And we're locked and loaded.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
All right. Space elevator completed. Now, this first part, which is smart plating, it's actually worth the time to set up an entire production line just to make it, because you need it for this tier to unlock, and then also as a component for the next phase. You need to take smart plating, add it to some other things, and make it into a different part. So, alright, so what we're going to do here is we are going to get rid of this biomass stuff, or let me rephrase that, the wood and leaves to make into biomass. The other thing we're going to do is we are going to make this line a little more efficient by replacing this conveyor belt with the Mark II belt. And we also need to upgrade all of these belts. Now this efficiency will also increase quite a bit. Okay. Now see, this one is inefficient because of it's producing 300 biomass a minute going out, and the Mark II belt can only transport up to 120 biomass maximum. You don't get into the 300 per minute until you get into Mark III belts, which we cannot unlock at this point because you need to unlock the next tiers. The only other thing we can unlock is jump pads, which I'm not too worried about right now. What we're going to do is we are going to grab a bunch of resources because I need to make smart plating. The other thing I need is some cable. Now, if you ever want to know what you need for different things, is just build it, check smart plating, see we need reinforced iron plates and we need rotors, which we don't even have at all. We need to completely automate rotors. They will become important in a bit. Alright, we'll just put that all up there. I forget what we need for rotors, to be honest. Let's go look here. Rotors, we need iron rod and screws. Fuck, I forgot. There is an alternate recipe also for rotors, which don't use screws, but I don't have that yet. Also, with the space elevator, it does have inputs on the back sides of it that you can directly belt whatever item you're making directly into it. I don't generally do because they change all the time. It just creates a spaghetti mess. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little exploring at this point because I need certain resources I'd like to unlock. I'd like to get some more alternate recipes. I'd honestly also like to get some more Mercer spheres. Certain things I'd like to unlock in the game, but I need to find them first, unfortunately. This is a limestone node. Yep. Not going to worry about that. Limestone we can hit with the thing. There's iron. Impure node. You. There's another impure node. Yep. The other thing we're going to grab is some more slugs if I can find them. Perfect. Now, if I remember right, I believe there's a coal node over here, I believe. There's also a hard drive over here, which is what I really want, that hard drive. Actually, I'll take the coal too. A lot of the times in the world, when you find a resource that you previously didn't have, you can then search for it in some cases. In other cases, when you unlock a certain tier of something, it'll access, like you'll be able to then scan for that particular item. So what do we need? Copper sheets, which I don't have right now. Question is, can I make them? So if we build a crafting bench, I can, but I need copper ingot. All right, let's see if there's any copper nodes in the area. There's a couple. Thank you. Okay, back to copper node. Also, now we have the map unlocked. You can see we've explored a very little part. Everything that's in black is areas we have not previously explored. But in this game, we will go through a lot of it. Okay, we got copper nodes down here. Oh, crapola. I survived. Holy crap. Yeah, I need to get back up there, though. Crap. Concrete. So now I need to actually dismantle what I just built so I can build more ramps to get out of here. See, this is the kind of stuff you're not going to see on most channels because most content creators would edit all this out. Not me. Hey, I make mistakes like everybody else. This is all things that we've had to do. Now what I need to do is I need to go over. So what I'm going to do is actually build some regular foundations. You'll see why in a second here. Now I can build some ramps on top of this. This is going to look ugly, but I really don't care. Come on. Almost. And we're back on solid ground. Holy Hannah. Okay. Now we were going for a copper node. What we were doing before we were rudely interrupted. Where you gotta be careful though. Ouch. Also, when you get below 3 squares of health, your health will regenerate much faster. And these are both impure nodes. All right, we're going to build Another crafting bench, and we're going to make copper sheets, but you need ingots to make the sheets. We're going to make as many ingots as we can and as many sheets as we can because I forget how much we need for the drop pod. The other thing I kind of like about this game while we're standing here is that the fact that your health auto regenerates. You can also eat like those bacon oligarchs, the barrel nuts, or the berries to restore your health more quickly. Or you can just let it regenerate over time, which it will. Like I said, the first 3 go super quick, and then after that, the rest of them go at a much slower rate. Also, copper sheets will eventually be automated down the road because you need copper sheets for when you're building pipes. But we're honestly a ways away off from that particular section. That's when we got to get the smart plating done. And of course, we got to grab our power slug. Can't have him chilling out here by himself. He must be used and exploited. Fix-It demands this. Again, going back to literally one of the first things I mentioned in the last video, which was collect organics. Or as much as you can, because you will be going through a stupid amount of it. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't remember where the heck that hard drive was. But that's okay. Uh-oh. Spark plant. Ooh. Nope, not what I want. I remember right there's a Mercer sphere, something in here. Yeah, there's a spitter. There's our Mercer sphere. Ah, fiddlesticks. Out of space. Not good. So we need to get rid of something to get the Mercer sphere that we just saw. Oh, I'm going to get rid of these berries. I don't need them. I'd rather have the sphere.
The effigy has no song, only echoes, but it is hard to remember. Why does the effigy avoid the windows?
Attention. Your brain's operations are outside typical parameters. Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
Daydreaming, that's what you're thinking, Ada. Okay. Ooh, what is this? This is sulfur, I believe. I don't have enough space to pick up the sulfur. Of course not. Let's try sorting this. There we go. That sometimes helps with space management because it condenses everything down.
Unknown chemical element collected. This non-metallic and multivalent element seems to be present only in a solid state and exhibits a most pungent smell. It is fortunate Fix-It helmets are of such high quality. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Ah, coal. Perfect. Yeah, that's another, just to expand on that little tip about if your inventory is full, you hit sort, and what that does, that will stack the materials all together and potentially give you more space. As you saw, I went from having no space to having three empty locations in my inventory to go collect more stuff. There are upgrades that you can research in the MAM that will increase the amount of inventory as you progress through the game. And also, I believe, yeah, also in some of the higher tiers, you can upgrade the they call it pocket dimension, but basically it's your inventory as you progress, because you're going to need more and more space to be able to store more and more stuff, be able to build more and more complex factories as you progress in the game. And yes, they will get more and more complex. Why is this not... Oh, whoopsie. Well, that's a mistake. What happened there is I forgot to connect that conveyor belt together, and well, it machine stopped because it ran out of space. All right, no biggie. That problem is fixed. It's now going to start producing more, and we'll be in good shape. Okay, so wood, we're going to get rid of you. We're going to get rid of you. And now, the hog protein I really don't need, or the hog remains, I should say, excuse me. Now the sulfur we're going to go put into the MAM. Oh wait, that's right, is that... Okay, we're going to go research it.
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
That is a nice way of saying stuff that blows up, specifically nobelists, but we need some more research before that, and then also another hand slot, which is very useful. Initially, you need to research black powder first, but we need more sulfur, which we don't have currently, but that's okay. What we are going to do here is we are going to put the sulfur and the coal into our storage. We're going to make some more power shards by hand. We will eventually automate this once we find some summer sloops, but... And then the Mercer sphere, I don't believe we can do anything with it. No, because we need the SAM node. Yeah, we need the SAM node, which we don't have SAM ore yet. So we're just going to put the sphere there, out of our way. Alright. Let's get the... reinforced iron plates, and then we're going to build a smart plating factory. Actually, we should be able to also make this factory a bit more efficient. Alright, so we need 30 iron plates a minute. Okay, so what we can do is we can make 30, go, and then we need 45 ingots in order to support that, which is here. So we'll overclock this, set this to 45. Okay, that's done. And then we're producing 60 ore a minute. We're using 45 there. 45 and 15 is 60. So we're using the maximum capacity now of this miner, but we don't have to overclock it, which is good. Now, with this running, this should start, yeah. This is going to start running morning at 100% efficiency eventually, once it keeps on trucking. And we're going to grab those plates. Okay. What do we need here? We need assemblers. That's right, we need rotors and reinforced plates. Okay, rotors, we need... Wait a minute, do I have any hard drives? No, I do not. Alright, so we need rotors, so we need to select the recipe for rotors. We need iron rod and screws to make rotors, so we need iron. Okay, so this iron node is used, so we're going to have to hit the booper. Binger. We're going to call it the binger. That's what we're going to call it. Oh, wait a minute, there's actually a second, I forgot there's a second iron node here, duh. Whoopsie, I forgot. Another normal node. Okay, what we're going to do then is we're going to utilize this placement I had put down for the space elevator to make a new factory. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to build a miner. Like so. Alright, that's going to give us our iron ore. We need to make... Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to smelt that said iron. Oops. Okay, we need to make iron rods. Okay. Then we need to make... Well, we're going to make screws, but we're going to do the cast recipe like we did with the last one. So that way we don't have to make iron rods to make screws, which is a pain in the booty. Pain in the butt. Nope, I need the rotor recipe. We need to make rotors. So we need 100 screws a minute, and we need 20 iron rods a minute. Okay. I don't know if we have enough. No, we don't. Need 18.75 ingots plus 15. So we need 33.75 ingots per minute. And a smelter can put out 30 a minute. But since we're splitting it up into two, we can cut this to 15. This one. And then this one we need 18.75. And since we can produce up to 30, we'll just underclock it. 7.5, go, whoops. That was denied. 18.75, okay. Now we need belts to connect all this stuff together. That wasn't straight. Okay. Actually, we have enough. I believe I've got enough capacity with this node. I could put another constructor in. Yeah, I'm going to produce 60 iron ore per minute with this. So I'm going to use 15 and then 18.75, which is 33. So I can put another constructor in and make more screws. Perfect. And that's exactly what we're going to do. No, I need a smelter first. And then a constructor. Making cast screws. So I can actually take that back because if we're going to be doing... We need 100 screws a minute. This produces 50 on its own. I just need to change the ingots down to 12.5. Or actually, no, if I go 12.5 and 12.5, that's 25. Actually, I can use one smelter to make the ingots for both of the units. I can get rid of this smelter. We can put a splitter here. Whoops. Splitter is 7. And then we can go perfect. What we're going to do here. Then we need to put a merger here to line this up. No, not a merger, a splitter. I'm sorry. Then what we can do is put that to there. And now I just need to connect another merger. Right there's good enough. And then now we're going to be making rotors. And I need to expand out my... No, when you change the build, toggle the build mode to Zoop. And I don't have enough concrete. Okay. And I also need to check my power usage because I believe I go to activate this particular, yeah. I go and activate that factory, I'm going to blow the power grid. So what we're going to do is we're going to build some biomass burners. I'm going to build a couple more. Okay, I do have enough resources. And we're going to do... This is going to blow the grid. That's okay. Now we can restart. Okay. Back to producing material again. In this case, we're just going to run... Now, that was the plan, is to run it direct. There we go. And what we'll do here is we are going to put in a splitter. Enough. Okay. Now we're up to 190 megawatts of power. And that will eventually fill up and take a little while. But, okay, I got the concrete that we needed to build more foundations. I could technically get that up and running right now, but I want to add one more layer of concrete here so I can put a storage bin in for the moment. Okay. And what we're going to need is a power pole. 2, 3. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get on top of these. It makes it easier for placing poles if you're up on things. I think that constructor over there needs power. And maybe I don't need that. All right. Okay. I need to hook up that pole. Why is this miner not running? Because I don't have it hooked up to power. Okay. Okay. We're all yellow, which is good. Miner should be green, and it is. Okay, we got material coming. Okay. Rotors, automated. Now, what we're going to do is, since we have reinforced iron plates here, and I believe we're producing more than 2 per minute, I believe. Yeah, we're producing 5 a minute. Okay, good. That is good. Because what we're going to do is we're going to merge the rotor plant and this, and we're going to make this into the smart plating. And we're going to start, whoops, wrong one. We need an assembler. To make smart plating, you need reinforced iron plates and rotors, which I have. So to do that, I'm going to also, can't put power in here yet, so we'll do power pole here. Put a power line in there. And then what we'll do is we will cut the power to this, put the power to here, and then we'll put the power to there. Now, there we go. And you probably ask yourself, well, how are we going to get this stuff all the way over here, over there? Well, we're just going to run a belt. Not much we can do about it. Okay, do we actually have? Yep, we have our first rotor done. And this production line should be running at 100% efficiency once everything gets up and running. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of our screws that we have in our inventory, and we'll put that towards the production line. And all we're going to do is we're actually going to run a Mark I belt. We don't need anything super quick. Mark I belts, for those who don't know, they can transport 60 items per minute. They're the slowest belts in the game. Mark IIs are 120, and then it goes up from there. It goes up to a Mark VI belt, which I believe is 780. I believe it's the maximum amount. And yes, I'm going to be doing the clipping thing for those who are triggered. Deal with it. And I can already tell you, it's not going to get any better later in the game. Right now, I just don't have the tools to make it look pretty, and right now, I just don't care. I should say I don't care even beforehand. Okay. Need to steal some of these, and we'll put some of those back. Okay. Now we need 50 smart plating per minute, and you produce 2 per minute, so it's going to take 25 minutes once that gets up and running. Yeah, it's going to take a little while. But what we're going to do in the interim is we're not just going to stand around and do nothing. I want to try to find more, like I want to look for more sulfur. I want to get my weapons factory up and running. I want to try to find Cateria more. Oh, actually I can scan for that, okay. Where is our nearest Cateria more? Ooh, that's not too bad. 843 things away. Let me grab some more concrete. I'm going to grab some more materials while I'm here at base. Just to kind of make sure I got enough stuff. Actually, we need more cables, what I really need badly. We're going to make this run a little more efficiently as well. Let me grab some cable. I want to get some of these ores and stuff unlocked because then I can start researching it. So we're going to do Caterium right now. One thing that you can upgrade is the power poles with Caterium. You make quick wire and you can produce, then have 7 hookups instead of just 4. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of spoiled with having Mark II power poles. There is also a Mark III power pole in the game as well. Okay. Like I said, we're going to do a little bit of exploring in the world while we're waiting for those smart plating because we can't really progress any further. Oh wait, that's right. We were going to go and we were going to go get some Caterium. I forget, where are you? There. Now, one thing you can also do is if you open up the map, you can go use map marker, place it right over there. We're just going to call this cat ore. Again, sorry about that. I don't know why the recording got paused again. So I'm not sure what you missed, but we're heading over to try to grab some Caterium ore because I want to get that tree unlocked. And then afterwards, we're also going to get some... besides Caterium, I'm going to try to also get some sulfur. So that way we can start getting explosives. And that really opens up a lot of things in the game. Oh, brother. Alright, we got to go up and over. Yep, sometimes in the game it's all about figuring out where you are to get where you want to be. Now, there also are some items you can use, like stackable conveyor poles, that you can use literally as a ladder. You can also get ladders in the game. It's a item with that's in the Awesome Shop, but you can add it to buildings. Ooh, there's a Mercer Sphere up there. I'm going to try to grab that. So we're going to build some ramps since that's what we have access to at the moment. That didn't work. There we go.
The energies ripples through our temples, our veins merely touch. It is shy, notes shall be taken and played.
From a certain perspective, your brain looks like it is processing language, but there is no auditory data. If you are hearing voices that are not mine, this is no cause for concern. It is a common side effect of extreme pressure and stress. Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Research remains in the lab to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
Now, the second prompt was when I picked up the spitter remains that you saw before I fell off the cliff. I don't know what is going on with that glitch. Yeah, good enough. Alright. Caterium ore. Yes, we can actually harvest this. Ooh, and it's a pure node too. Now, one thing you can do is you can build the MAM anywhere. It does not require any sort of external power, which is kind of nice. But you can have as many as you want of these MAMs. However, they are all interlinked, meaning, for example, if you're researching something, let's say a hard drive on a MAM back at base, and you go and build one wherever in the world, you can't do anything with it until it's finished with that. In this case, we want to go to the Caterium Okay, so I need 50 ingots, or no, I'm sorry. I need 50 ore so then I can make ingots. So we're going to hand farm 50 Caterium ore or thereabouts. Probably going to be a little over. Yep, 51. That's okay. And then we're going to go feed that into the MAM. And that will unlock ingots for Caterium.
Research completed. Caterium ingot recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
See, what I really want to unlock is a quick wire, and then this node right here, the one that says electronics, I believe after that is where the power pole is right here. And then they have the zip line, which is something nice. Stun rebar is okay. But what we're going to do is we need to get this Caterium ore over there. All the way back to base is where we need to get that. Not necessarily all the way back, but part of the way back. So what we're going to do here is we are going to build a miner. And we are going to belt this pretty far. We're probably not going to have enough material, but that's okay. We don't even have the portable miner that we need to get started. So we can also build an equipment workshop out in the middle of Nowhereville. And we're going to build a couple of these miners. One thing that they did in 1.0 that was really nice is in early access, when you built a portable miner, you could only have one as a stack, which was super annoying. So if you needed to build a Mark II miner, you need 2 portable miners. So if you only had one inventory slot, you were kind of SOL. I'm going to build quite a few of these. We'll just build 10 of them. That's good enough. And then we're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of the equipment workshop because we don't need it anymore. And then now I can build the miner. Oops, we go to production. We want a miner Mark 1. We're actually going to angle it this way because we're going to have the output go in this direction. And we get 120 per minute. Now what we're going to do is we need to do this with Mark II belts because of the output of this particular miner. Ideally, I'd want to go across this waterfall in one shot. I don't know if I can. I don't have enough reinforced iron plates, of course. So what we're going to do here, because I'm not going to remember where this is, we're going to build power poles all the way back to our base. This way, we'll be able to use it kind of as a guide on where this is in the world. I mean, yes, I know I could put a mark. I could put a. Well, actually, no, I have still. I didn't delete the marker yet, but normally I would just delete the marker. Of course, got to get rid of some of this organic material that keeps getting in the way. You know, all I want to do is exploit the world, and we have all this unnecessary organic stuff that gets in my way. It's so rude. Oh, shish kebab. That is not what I wanted to do. Crap. Alright, I gotta get back up there. Like I said, what you're seeing here is what all people, I shouldn't say all people, most people who play this game make little mistakes like I just did. And most people will cut that out of their videos and stuff because it's boring content and we just want to give you the meat and potatoes. Well, this is the reality of this game. I can't tell you how much time I've spent playing this game just trying to get back to where I was because I made a mistake and nearly plummeted to my death. Ooh, hello. We have a hard drive. Okay. This was unexpected. Ooh, got some pipe. That's going to be useful. Like I said, with the freighters, always search around it because there's usually materials that spill out. Like here's 45 rotors I acquired for no time, and some reinforced plates, which actually I need. Cool. And we needed rotors to open it, which we have some in our inventory, so we'll open it. And we will extract the hard drive. Perfect. Okay. There is an upgrade to the object scanner, which I don't have built. Well, I don't have the object scanner built either. Actually, I think I can have... Hang on a minute. Let me go to the equipment workshop here. Build one, I should say. Yeah, there's the object scanner. What do you need here? Screws. Of course. So we are going to build a crafting bench because we can. And we are going to make 50 screws. And we're going to build an object scanner. Alright. Oh, fiddlesticks. I don't have enough room in my inventory, so we're going to get rid of this one. We're going to build an object scanner. Then we're going to get rid of the screws, because we don't need them. We're going to sort that again. Okay, it doesn't really help. That's okay. We're going to get rid of these two. And then if we take and use the object scanner, we really don't need the Xeno Zapper. So you can search for different items, Mercer spheres, mushrooms. The way it works, you kind of spin around and it kind of gets you in the general direction. This is probably going to hurt. Oh yes, ouch, that hurt. Now, as you can see, I'm looking for this pale berry, for example, and there it is. Now, there also is one for, like you can get upgrades to it for summer sloops, and enemies. And you can also get it upgrades for to detect those power slugs as well. In fact, in the tree, there was actually an upgrade available for the power slug to be able to do it with the object scanner. Apparently, when I built that ramp up to Nowhereville, it... Alright, I'm wondering if I can, if I have enough, can I actually... Okay. Ooh, I can. Perfect. Come on. Build it. Perfect. Okay. Now, like I was saying before, we're going to build power lines back to base. Because obviously that miner is not going to be able to function without some sort of power source. That's more Caterium ore on the side there. I'm not going to bother with it. And eventually we're going to have to also do, we're going to have to come back with that Mark II, oh crapola, the Mark II belt, bring it back to a easier to access place, and then we'll build a Caterium factory, and then we'll belt the Caterium all the way back to base, is what I'm gonna do here. I know it seems a little weird, but it's just sometimes what you need to do with this, because not all the resources are in convenient spots. Ooh, Mercer Sphere. Gonna grab that too. don't think so. We're not doing that. And as you can see, there is a limit to how far you can go with the wire. Now I need to be careful and watch my fall damage because I'm running kind of low on health at the moment. There we are, now we're down. You can go down, fall down a certain amount of area without taking any damage as you just saw, but most of it you have to be careful, otherwise you will incur damage, and yes, you can die. Alright, we're going to head towards where it says the space elevator because, well, that's where we need to go. There is available in the game later. It's called power towers, which can go even further than these power poles can, but again, though it's a further unlock. The only good thing about what we're doing now is that it at least starts to get the power infrastructure started. It'll make expanding down the road easier. And basically all I'm doing is I'm just telling it to build a power line, and then it builds the power pole automatically because it needs a point to attach to in the game. Come on, up we go, up and over. Almost there. Then we got to go back and do it all over again. Why, you might ask? Because then we need to actually build out the factory and then bring the conveyor belt back. Okay, that now miner way over there has power, so it is now producing Caterium ore. But of course we don't need the ore, we actually need the ingots to unlock the next unlock in the MAM. But as they say, one step at a time, and we will get there. Alright, I need to, this one is wood, okay. Because I need to get rid of whatever things I've acquired here in my travels, because I'm a little heavy with stuff. Okay, we're going to get rid of you. We're going to, well, not get rid of it. And then that we're going to stuff into the MAM. The spitter remains to make, it'll unlock spitter alien protein is what's going to happen.
The remains research belong to an organism that tends to nest near objects and emitting specific types of resonance. Spitters are called as such due to their ability to create and spit plasma across long distances. Spitter remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
What we're going to do now is we're going to turn stuff into the protein because we need to unlock the... What I want to unlock next is this inflated pocket dimension, which basically all that is a nice way of saying it's going to be more stuff for inventory. But we need to unlock this, which we need. That it's going to unlock that DNA capsule, which unlocks biomass as well. Which you can then turn the remains into biomass.
Research completed. Alien protein can now be turned into biomass or alien DNA capsules. In addition to being used for research, the invaluable alien lifeform data in these capsules can be traded for fixed coupons at the Awesome Sink. We guarantee the best capsule to coupon exchange rate anywhere on this planet.
Okay, we're going to do this one next, which will give us 6 more inventory slots, as you'll see here in a second. You'll see 6 being added over here. Once I hit confirm, boom, I have 6 more slots now in my inventory.
Pocket dimension significantly expanded. I worked all afternoon analyzing the transdimensional confibulatory permutations of alien DNA to achieve this. We are all doing our part for Fix-It.
For the record, I have no clue what all that gobbledygook meant. But anyway, moving on. Now the hand slot, I'd love to upgrade, but I don't have steel beams available at this point. And then we're going to unlock this, and then we'll probably unlock the... don't really need the rebar gun. Well, we might. But we need some of those alien DNA capsules, which you take the protein and then make it into that, but I don't believe I have enough to do it. I need 5, yeah. I need to go kill more critters, but we'll do that at another time. That's fine. The other thing we're going to do here is we're going to make some more power shards at the moment. Actually, no, we won't. We're going to store the power shards. Or the... I'm sorry, not the shards, but the actual... No, I need the shards. We're going to store the slugs. Excuse me. Sort everything just to make it look nice and neat. Yeah, I need to find this SAM nodes. Okay, but we need reinforced iron plates, at least in the short term. Why are we not producing here? Oh, fiddlesticks. I never built a storage container. Whoops. That was an oversight on my part. Production. We're going to go to logistics. The only good thing is we only need 54 to unlock. Okay. I'm surprised we don't have a ton of rotors coming in. Oh, we do have a bunch of rotors in there. Okay. So then that should have backed up into here, which it did. So we're going to grab as much of this reinforced plating as I can get my grubby little hands on. And then what we're going to do is we're going to feed that smart plating into the space elevator and then unlock the next tiers, which will be tiers 3 and 4 respectively. That's where we get into some of the really good stuff. So we're going to put this into here. We're going to seal it, the container.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress Presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore and exploit for a better Fix-It future.
As you can see, we do need more smart plating. That's the reason why I should have had it into the container, because we're going to need the entire thing. So we're going to send this. And then we're going to go back here and then you're going to see what happens. And up it goes.
Phase 1 of Project Assembly completed. This is only the beginning of Project Assembly, the first step towards saving the day. You have performed adequately so far.
Thanks, Ada.
Not only is Fix-It saving humanity, it is saving all of Earth, including kittens and puppies. It is statistically likely that you appreciate the continued existence of kittens and/or puppies. Continue the work for their sake. Continue the work for Fix-It. It is time to start the work on Phase 2 of Project Assembly.
And then as you can see in the upper right corner of the screen, now we need 1,000 smart plates, which basically is more than, because they stack 50 in here, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. So you have 24 slots times 50. So 24 times 50. That's barely enough. So if I remember right, I believe we get to unlock the next storage container up in tiers 3 and 4, if I remember right. But the automated power is the big one that everybody looks forward to. That's coal power. And that makes life so much easier. Alright, so we have tiers 3. Nope, there it is. First thing. What is it? Coal power. You get coal, the generator, the water extractor, because the coal generators need water as well. And then you get basic pipeline, which is where you need the copper sheets I was mentioning earlier, the support, the junction, and then a basic buffer. And then you can get, literally the only reason why I expand, okay. I'm going to take a wild guess and say, yep, these ran out of fuel, and they did. And we'll fuel them both up. And that's one of the reasons why you want to try to get off of biofuel as quickly as possible, because of that reason. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, the only reason why I generally don't use the trucks and the tractor station, but because of the inventory slots. Then this you need in order to make, like the versatile framework, you need steel. Like obviously you need to unlock it. This one's also very useful with the Xeno Basher. Actually, come to think about it, it gives me an extra hand slot, which I really need right now. So let's actually select that. We're actually going to, yeah, heck with it. We're just going to send that now. Well, almost, as soon as I get some more iron rods. Wait, I better double check. Did I make that mistake? No, I didn't. Okay. We'll just grab some iron rod from here. Yeah, we'll grab a bunch. That should be enough. Oh, I need, I don't have enough cable. We'll fix that problem too. There we go.
Milestone reached. The Xeno Basher is a direct upgrade from the Xeno Zapper. In the words of the engineer that first developed this tool, quote, the Zapper kind of electrocutes things, the Basher straight up smacks stuff, while also electrocuting them, unquote. It is beneficial during encounters with aggressive fauna and has been tested thoroughly. The engineer's noble sacrifice for Xeno research will not be forgotten, whoever they were.
Then in tier 4, this is also very useful, is getting blueprints, Mark III belts, which also include the industrial storage container, but you need steel for that. Advanced steel, which allows you to do another of the project parts, and you also get the Mark II miner, which doubles the output. This is the power tower I was mentioning, but you need some of the other ones first, and then type of tubes. But first thing we're going to focus on after we just did is this. We need rotors, we need, actually I might be able to do all that and get coal power up and running, which is what I really want to do, and then I can get away from all this biomass burner stuff. Let's do that. Let's see if I can do that. Ouch. Then as we explore, we'll hopefully unlock some of the other things that we need to unlock, or want to unlock, I should say, excuse me. That's the only downside, is that I keep stealing from here, but that's okay. Okay, so we have enough there, but we don't have enough cable. And yeah, see, this is the thing in the game, is that it's very easily to get distracted. We originally started by going and exploring for Cateria more, and look at where we're at now. We're doing all kinds of crazy things. Okay, the pod's going to return in about a minute, and I believe I have enough stuff to get coal power and get that up and running. Let's see here. Nope, I don't have enough reinforced plates. I have enough rotors, plenty of cable, but I don't have enough reinforced plates. Okay, so while that's going, yeah, see, we need coal there. We need Caterium to unlock that. We haven't come across any hatchers or stingers, which stingers are the... Alright, we'll get some more alternate recipes going by scanning the thing. And here comes our freighters. Okay, we need 23 more. You know what? Flub it. We're gonna make screws. I should say we're gonna automate screws. As much as I don't want to, but it's gonna make my life easier. I should say we're just gonna make screws for the sole purpose of binning them. I'm gonna put a smelter in, a constructor in, and we're done. I don't care about efficiency with this line. Need more reinforced plates, which I need to go steal. I'm not going to be worried about that particular line. It's just going to be whatever stock it is. If it is efficient, great. If it's not, I ain't worried about it. Because we're just going to use it for strictly for grabbing when I need it. I'm not going to even upgrade the bin down the road when I can. Just going to keep it in that small bin. Okay. And then I really want to find summer sloops. They have a cool thing in the game that you can add them to production buildings, which is this unlock right here that's locked up. The cool thing is it will double the output of it without requiring double the input of material. The catch is it uses a stupid amount of power when it does it. That's the catch. But it's so worth it. Alright, we need a constructor here. We're going to make cast screws. What do we need? We need 12.5 ingots per minute. We'll set this to 12.5. Whoops, that didn't take for some reason. Another little glitch I've noticed in the game. And then what we're going to do here is we're just going to split this off. Actually, no, we're going to use a Mark I belt. That's 30 plus 12.5, so we need to bump this up to 42.5 in order to have enough material for what we're doing. And the same thing here, we just need a Mark I belt, and we're going to put a Mark I belt into a bin, and we're done. That's it. Just so that way then I can grab screws when I need it, not, you know, do 50 a minute. We're going to need to put in a power pole. Bada boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. Done. There, now I'm making screws. I've got screws completely automated that quick. We're going to have this, so that way be a little more efficient. All right, now we're making screws. Got enough reinforced iron plates. I'm thinking I may end up just having to make an entire reinforced iron plate factory where that's all it's making. Yeah, because the truth of the matter is we're not fully utilizing all of the resources that we're inhaling, or we're extracting, excuse me. Yeah, see, the interesting thing is technically this line should be running a lot quicker because we're transporting exactly 60 per minute. Anyway, let's grab some screws. We're going to make some reinforced iron plates. That way I can get coal power online. Six of these. Actually, I want to make 10. Okay.
Milestone reached. Power production can now be fully automated by burning coal, which has been added to the resource scanner. Water is also necessary to run the coal-powered generator and will require a network of pipelines to be transported from a water source. To assist with locating and identifying water, Fixit has compiled this guide. Water is a somewhat reflective liquid and it may have thick vegetation growing nearby. To test if something is water, try touching it. If it is not solid and does not corrode your suit, it is probably water.
Thanks, Ada. If it corrodes your suit, well, you're kind of SOL. Oh, geez, I got a bunch more copper node, or not copper, I'm sorry, iron nodes over there. It is literally the edge of the world. Ooh, quartz. Perfect.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
And now that we found quartz, it will allow us, once we research it in the MAM, it'll allow us then to search for it and be able to exploit it further in the game. Hello, Lizzo. Lizzo Doggo. Fix its unofficial mascot. In case you're wondering why I'm trying to get up here, is because generally when you go up, there's usually good things up there like power slugs. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that right this second. Ouch. Oh, that's the one that's just above my factory. Okay. We're going to put the quartz into the MAM. Oh yeah, I did the hard drive. Now you see here are two alternate recipes to make copper wire. Both of these are very useful. In this case, I'm going to take this iron wire recipe where you can take iron ingots and turn it into copper wire. Very useful. Okay, so we have quartz now. Do I have enough? Yes, I do. Now I can scan for it. That's what the first unlock's going to do. Now I can actually scan for the quartz.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies.
The other item that it's really good for are these blade runners as well. But we need to unlock silica, but we need more quartz. But at least now we can scan for it. And the blade runners will help. It allows us to jump higher and run faster in the world. Okay, what we're going to do right at the moment, though, is we need to make reinforced iron plates. I'm going to set up an entire factory just to make reinforced iron plates. That's what I need right now, because I'm burning through so many of them. And I got a bunch of iron nodes about 500 meters away from where I'm at now, so we're going to head over that way. And we're going to set up an entire factory to make reinforced iron plates. And then I'm going to truck them over here. Not truck them, I'm sorry. Belt the output over here. Alright, we're going to just run the gauntlet through the little gas farters. Getting closer to the iron. And here it is. Perfect. What we're going to do is we are going to use the maximum amount of iron I can out of these two nodes. Yeah, they're both impure nodes, which means they're only going to produce a maximum of 60 with the current technology we have. However, what I'm going to do is when I set this factory up, I'm going to set this up for a Mark II miner equivalent, so that way then I'll have enough and I'll just underclock them for when we have 240. First thing we need to build, though, is we need to build miners. We're going to put it like so. And then we're going to build one more miner. And we're not building on this. So if my calculations are correct, oh no, that's right, we only get 30 per minute, I forgot. Oof. I'm so used to Mark II miners, so that's going to be 60 and then double it to 120. That's what the maximum we're going to be able to extract out of both of these without overclocking. So we're obviously going to need iron. We're going to need to make iron plate. And then, seriously. And this is the reason why I need to make a reinforced iron plate factory, is because I don't have enough reinforced iron plate. Ugh. That should be good enough for what I need right now. Build 10 more of these. Then my next problem is going to be I'm not going to have enough iron plate. But anyway, what I would need here is I need the assembler for the moment. Okay. So I'm going to build two. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to build two assemblers. All they're going to do is making reinforced iron plates, so I need to double this recipe. I need 60 iron plates and I need 120 screws. So we're going to need, I believe we only make 30 with the standard recipe for iron plate. No, I only make 20. Okay, I'm not going to be, this one's going to be one again. I'm not going to be worried about too much of it being super efficient, because it's going to be just for my personal use, so. And then what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up underclocking some of this because actually what we're going to do here is I'm going to get power out here because I need iron plates already. So if I can get power out here, let's go 1. Okay. What we're going to do here, it's going to produce 30 iron ore a minute. Actually, crap. I need both of these miners just to make iron plate. Shish kebab. That's not going to work because now I have nothing left over for the, all right. Let's see where there's more iron ore. There's 150 meters. Okay, that's not too far. Hopefully it's not, oh no, it's probably, oh wait, I think I know where it, okay, yeah, that's limestone. Ouch, pain. Bad. And this is a normal node. Okay. So we're going to get 60 minerals per minute out of this particular one, or 60 iron ore, excuse me, minerals. Okay. Anyway, we're going to get 60 per minute. So, little fun fact, this area that we're in right now, my first game ever playing of Satisfactory, this is where I was. I had my base up where that tree is. This was all filled with machines. This was all like iron production. I had a concrete plant right here making concrete. But that was in my first game I ever played of Satisfactory way, way, way back in the day. All right. Actually, no, you know what? I should take that ore. I can turn it into ingots and I can make it into plates because I need the plates. I'll take all this back. Why I'm doing this is I'm trying to avoid going back to the base. Then what we're going to do is we are going to go and make a crafting bench. Oh, you stink! I don't even have enough iron plates to make that, so which means I need to dismantle some of my conveyor belt here that I just used. That'll give me 24 plates. Okay, that'll give me enough to make crafting bench, and then I can make ingots, and then I can make more plates. And this is the reason why I wanted to try to at least get that plant online so I can have it making iron plates for me, but that did not happen. So that way I can skip all this hand producing of stuff, which honestly is boring, but it's necessary in this game, as I've mentioned many a time before. And the original goal was to go over and go get that Caterium ore and bring that over, which we still haven't done. Which obviously at this point we're probably going to push that into a different video. Alright, so we need to go up and over. That's where the other two miners are that I started to build, or I built, excuse me. As I said before, I actually used to have the first game I ever played to Satisfactory, that was my starting base location at the time, and that was it. That was between updates 3 and 4 when I started. Oh, come on, get up there, you. Okay. Okay. Basically what we're going to just do is run conveyor mark 1s, one to there, bada boom, and then what we're going to do is, okay, we got those two, and then we're going to start over here. We'll put another power pole in, go to 1, go to 2, connect to there, that's 3. Then this one will be 4. Actually, then the problem is I need to disconnect because now I don't have a spot to connect. That's going to go to there. That's going to go to there. And now I need to connect it to my grid. Do not need 2 power lines. 1 is fine. That's all we need, just 1 power line. We're good. Oh, that'll work. There we go. That has power now. We'll get rid of this line. Actually, I say if we get rid of the pole, it gets rid of the line. Without the pole, the line cannot exist in the game. Alright, now we should be making iron plates up there. Up there. And it looks like we are. I got 1 green, 1 yellow. Oh, okay, because I did stick some iron ore on the 1 belt, or the 1 miner, so that's why it's moving and doing its thing. Yep. Oh, this has no power. What the flip? No, that's got power. Oh, because I bet you this isn't... Yep, that's not programmed. There we go. Now it's programmed. Okay. Okay. Now, I need to grab... Now that I'm making... Oh, for the love of frack. Okay. Time to build even more biomass burners. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to continue playing, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I should say I'm going to stop the recording and I'm going to continue it for tomorrow. For me, it'll be a few seconds. For you, it'll be another full day, but then this way, then it keeps the video length down a little bit. Alright, appreciate you watching. If you liked what you saw, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video.